Hello and welcome to the Tigrepup channel. In this video, I'll be doing a review and demo of 4 Sally Beauty hair color brands. If this topic interests you, then please keep watching. Okay, so right here I'm just giving you an idea of what the hair is looking like before we begin. I'm going to give you a 360 and take a look at her hair. I'm not sure what's wrong with this mannequin, why her hair texture looks like that, but apparently that's the way she came. But other than that, yeah, this is what our hair is looking like before we add our colors, and we're going to begin. Okay, so right here, just showing you the 4 colors that we're going to be using here. I'm going to be using some of them. I'm going to use an applicator bottle, and others I'm going to be using a bowling brush. Okay, and I'm going to be using volume 10 because I only need deposit. Okay, so let's begin. This is what the hair is looking like. As you can see, I've already marked which section is going to have which hair color so we don't have any confusion. Okay, so the first color we're going to go in with it is Clairol Soyplex, whatever. And this is a liquid. And here are the instructions of use on the inside and on the outside of the package. And as we're going to see here, I'm going to use an applicator bottle. And the ratio for this particular brand is 1:1. So every 1 part color that you use, you're going to use 1 part developer. Okay, so we're going to give that this combination a nice shake, thorough shake, to make sure all the contents are thoroughly emulsified. Okay, and as you're going to see here, I'm going to start in this section here. I'm going to do the perimeter, and then I'm going to do the interior and work my way until I entirely cover this entire section. So that's what you're going to see me doing here. If I feel I need to comment a little bit more, I'm going to give you more commentary. Okay, so right here I'm just making sure that the hair is thoroughly coated, and I'm gonna massage that hair color in, pull the hair apart so I can make sure there's no dry or unapplied sections and what have you. And apparently I'm running out of hair color just in this little section. But yeah, this is what this application has been looking like. Okay, so in this video I decided to include a clip about the texture of the this particular color. In this clip, well, in this shot, I'm using volume 20, which is typically what most people are going to use. And anyway, it gives me an idea of what the ammonia smell is going to smell like, the general public, when you actually use this particular product. So as we can see here, I use 1 part color and 1 part developer because the ratio is 1:1. And when I mix this color up together, it has a very floral scent to it. Okay, and as we can see in my demonstration, I ran out of actual color, and that's one thing I want to say about this particular product. It kind of eats the hair, so when you formulate how much you're going to need in order to color your hair, I would add a little bit more to that, okay, just to make sure you're not left out without like full coverage. Okay, so up next we're going to use Wella Colorcharm in 6N. All of these colors are going to be in dark blonde, so that's why it's like 6N. Okay, so right here, just mixing the formulation. Apparently I ran out in the other bottle, so I just add a little bit more. And this particular color, the ratio is 1:2, which means it's 1 part color to 2 parts developer. Okay, so that's what you see me doing here. As we can see, it's probably the most economical hair color of all of these brands because all of the rest of them are 1:1 ratio. And this particular color, you can use 1 part color to 2 parts developer. So you're getting more bang for your buck, in my opinion. Okay, so right here, I'm just applying it to the exterior of the section here. And then I'm going to go in and do the subsections, I guess you would call it. Okay, so just emulsifying, just applying that color into the hair. I want to say that this particular color has a high ammonia scent, very strong, very pungent. You might want to turn on the fan, open up the window, make sure that you are not in an enclosed area when you're applying this color. I believe that Wella Colorcharm is a very great color. That's just my personal opinion. As a matter of fact, we use this particular brand in beauty school. When I went to beauty school, the school I went to, this was the brand that we actually used. So I'm quite familiar with Wella Colorcharm. But yeah, that's what you see me applying here. Again, when you see me doing this video, I'm going to be using volume 10 because I only need deposit. I don't need any lift. So why would I need a volume 20? Okay, so and definitely not a volume 30. Okay, so and the color that I'm applying is darker than this pre-lightened hair color. That's another thing that adds to all of this. But yeah, just continue watching. I'll be back for further commentary. Okay, so as we did before with the Clara, we're now doing with the Wella. As we can see here, I have our color, and it's going to be 1 part color to 2 parts developer. That's what you see me applying here. Again, this particular brand has a very high ammoniated scent. So if you're sensitive to smells, this is probably not the color for you. And anyone who's concerned about scents or whatnot, yeah, that's but anyway, this has like a gel-like consistency, and as you can see, it's movable, so it's not going to just stay in one place. And I particularly love the texture myself personally, because it's able to glide through the strands. And because it's able to glide through the strands, you can get thorough and even coverage when applying. Okay, so right here I'm just showing you I'm moving to applicator, bowl, and brush. I did both of these colors because it's a dual bowl. So I just wanted you to see I'm going to have the other side with another color. And I believe I'm going in with the Age Beautiful. And yeah, just stay tuned about this one. Just a reminder, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Okay, so if you find my videos beneficial or helpful and you would like to contribute to the channel, please contribute to my Cash App. The link is in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. Okay, so as we can see here, we're going into Zonto's Age Beautiful. As we can see, it has a level 7 in, as opposed to all of the other colors, which has a level 6. The reason being, a dark blonde is a dark blonde. Okay, so if I would have used a level 6, that would have been a light brown, and that wouldn't have been a fair comparison. We're going to be doing dark blonde for this particular mannequin, so I had to use the dark blonde coloring. Okay, so that means I had to go to the level 7 in. Different brands, different numbers, but generally a dark blonde should look like a dark blonde, a light brown should look like a light brown, and so on and so forth. Okay, so just continue watching me apply this color, and I'll be back for further commentary. Okay, so right here, we're going to take a look at the texture of the Age Beautiful 7N, which is dark blonde in this particular case. Okay, so the ratio is 1 to 1. I'm not sure why the color is coming out this particular shade. I'm assuming it's because air gotten into it, because I did use this color before, but I didn't use all of it in order to do the mannequin's head. And right here, it has a thicker consistency, so I'm trying to spread it out so that it lays flat, so then we'll get the same amount of developer to color ratio. And it comes in a tube, so it's a little bit thicker, okay? And just going to wipe that off and move on to the next thing, which is mixing this particular color up. I want to say this color has a floral scent, very floral, very nice scent. It's not as ammoniated as the color, well, a Colorcharm. As we can see, it has like a runny texture, so it shouldn't be any problem to get through any strands, whether your hair is thick or thin, okay? But yeah, that's what I'm just showing you here. And yeah, hopefully this helped you in your decision, okay? Stay tuned. Okay, so up next we're going into Ion. Again, this is 6N Dark Blonde. Right here I'm just showing you the tabs. It basically says 1 part color to 1 part developer. And I want to say, if you are using this particular product and you have like arthritis or carpal tunnel, I would not suggest using this because it is very difficult to squeeze out the tube, for one. For two, it's very pasty and thick. You have to mix and mix and mix and mix to try to get a thorough emulsification of this particular brand. Honestly, it was making my hands hurt. And I don't think I have carpal tunnel, but yeah, I just wanted you to be aware that if you have arthritis or pains in your hands, wrists, arm, whatever, you might find this particular brand a little difficult to use, okay? But continuing on, I'm doing the subsections of the actual section of hair that we're working on. In this particular instance, I'm making sure, attempting to make sure I have thorough and even coverage. There, you should have a better view here. Again, this color is very thick and pasty, which means it's kind of, it's going to take a little bit of work to get it to be worked throughout the strands, okay? It might be very good for an instance if you were doing like an ombre or something. That might be a useful reason why you would use this particular product, to take advantage of its thick and pasty nature, okay? I would suggest applying this with a whisk. And just a reminder, don't use metal whisk. They have whisk with like the rubber surrounding the metal portion of the whisk, because you're not supposed to mix permanent hair color with metal or anything like that, because what I learned in school, it's not a very good idea, and you can cause a chemical reaction that you probably don't want, okay? So yeah, right here I'm just gonna work this color through. It's gonna take me a little bit longer because, like I said, this particular brand of hair color is very thick and pasty, and it's just going to take a little bit more work. So I'm just going to work that throughout the hair, and you just continue watching, and I'll be back for the texture portion of the video. Okay, so now moving on to the texture, I'm trying to show you a close-up of what the texture of the color is looking like. Again, I'm going to have to squeeze this out of a tube. You might need a key. I take that back. You're definitely going to need a key, especially if you have hand and wrist problems or whatnot. It's very difficult to get out the tube, as we can see here. And when I'm doing the strand test, I'm trying to make sure that it's flat so that it'll be an even amount when I apply the developer. So I had to use a second spoon and try to flatten it, as you can see here. And I'm just trying to make sure I get an even amount onto the spoon, so that when I apply the developer, I can use the same principle. Okay, so as we can see here, it's very thick and pasty, and we're going to go in with our developer. Again, the ratio is 1:1, just like all of the other colors except Wella, which is ratio 1:2, which means 1 part color to 2 parts developer. In this case, I'm using 1:1, which is 1 part color to 1 part developer. And right here, I'm just going to show you how difficult it is to emulsify this particular color together. It's like mixing a cream with a very thick and pasty cream with a more liquidy developer. It's the strangest thing. And honestly, I'm not even sure I'm getting a thorough and even emulsification with this particular brand. And I'm going to do the very best that I could do. It constantly is getting stuck to my bristles of my brush. Okay, and I have to constantly wipe it off and then try to mix it back together. But right here, I'm just showing you what it's looking like so far. So yeah, as we can see in a second, okay, very thick and pasty. I have to scrape it off with my spoon in order to get it off of the bristles of the brush. But as we can see here, very thick and pasty. It's not going anywhere. So that's one good thing, a positive. You can say if you apply it in one section, it'll stay in one section, okay? Okay, so here is what the hair colors are looking like after they've been applied. And we're going to let that process for 45 minutes. And I'll be back for further video. Hello, I'm here to remind you that I actually sell closure wigs presently at my website Tigrepupbeauty.com. It's a lot of work that go into these wigs, and I do various styles, and I take a lot of pride in doing the very best that I can and offering quality products. Here is this wig that I've just cut and styled. As you can see, her hair is very beautiful. And if you're in the market to purchasing a closure wig, then please check out my webpage at www.tbeauty.com. Thank you for watching.
Tigre got the wigs, you gotta come through. Tigre's what you need to be a brand new you. Tigre wigs. Tigrepupbeauty.
Okay, so the first price that we're going to be taking a look at is Clairol Professional. You can get it in either cream or liquid, as you can see here. And both of them will cost you about $11.49 for 2 fluid ounces. And again, the ratio is 1:1, so make sure you have enough when you make your purchase. Okay, so up next, we're going to take a look at Age Beautiful Permanent Hair Color. As we can see, we only have one option, and it's called a Liqui-Crème Permanent Hair Color. This is going to be 2 fluid ounces for the price of $11.49. So again, make sure that you have enough hair color with a ratio of 1:1, which means 1 part color, 1 part developer. And make sure that you have enough bottles in order to have full coverage throughout your entire head or whatever you're trying to color, okay? Okay, so up next, we're taking a look at Wella Colorcharm Permanent Hair Color. As we can see here, we have 2 options. One is a liquid color and one is a gel color. They both pour in for $9.99. The gel, you get a full 2 fluid ounce, which is pretty much like the standard of all these colors apparently. However, with the liquid, you're going to get 1.4 fluid ounce. Just a reminder, the ratio for Wella Colorcharm is 1 part color to 2 parts developer. And so you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck here. And it's cheaper than the other 2 options I said previous with the Age Beautiful and the Clairol. But yeah, just make sure you have enough when you make your purchase. Okay, so up next we're looking at Ion Color Brilliance Permanent Hair Color. As we can see here, we have two options. One is a liquid and one is a cream. Both of them are going to cost you about $9.99, and it's going to be 2 fluid ounces for that $9.99. So yeah, that's what our options are and our prices and how much you're going to have to pay for each of these colorants. And I hope that helped you make a add into your calculation of whether or not you want to make a purchase of either of these colors and after I've done my video and you see the performance. Okay, so keep watching. Okay, so right now we're outside in the nice sunny hot day. Okay, just giving you a 360 of what our hair is looking like after we applied all of our colors, and we're going to take a closer look, so just stay tuned. Okay, so now that we're outside, we're going to take a look on this side, which is the Wella Colorcharm, and in the back, it's going to be the Age Beautiful. Right now, the Wella, in my opinion, has a little bit more of a warmer reddishness to the hair color. However, in my opinion, the Age Beautiful has more of a green, more cooler tone. I don't know if you can see that in the video here. Just trying to spread the hair so you can see the difference between the two that I'm witnessing. So yeah, that's what we have going on here. Just spreading that hair color out, and hopefully you can see the difference. But that's just what my eyes can see, because I'm actually looking at the mannequin now to make sure that I'm saying the correct thing. But yeah, that's what I see in person. Hopefully you can see that on video. Okay, so now moving on. Right here is the Clairol in the very front, as we can see here on your right hand side. It has more of a reddish tone, more warmer in my opinion. Okay, and in the very back, the next section over is the Ion, which as you can see has gotten a lot darker than all of the other colors, which is pretty surprising because it's been on there the least amount of time, because that was the last color that I applied compared to the other colors. Okay, so very strange that it would come out darker than all the rest, being that it wasn't on quite as long as the other colors. Just going to brush that through so you can see the line of demarcation, one color from another. Okay, the Clairol and the Ion. Okay, you can see the very difference. Okay, hopefully you can see it. Okay, so now we're taking a look at the back. Okay, Age Beautiful is on your left and Ion is on the right, and you can see the line of demarcation where the Ion stops and the Age Beautiful begins. Again, this entire head is supposed to be a level 6, or in Age Beautiful case a level 7, which is a dark blonde. Okay, right here we're taking a look at the Ion and the Age Beautiful comparison between the two. The Age Beautiful on the left and the Ion on the right in this particular instance. Okay, now we're moving on to the side again. We have the Age Beautiful on your right and the Wella on the left. The Wella has more of a reddish tone, more of a warmer tone in comparison to the Age Beautiful, which has a green tone, a more cooler tone in my opinion. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I try to bring her outside so you can see in natural light without having to be the color being disturbed by the artificial fluorescent lighting. Okay, hopefully this helps. Moving on to the front, which is a little difficult because her hair is parted. In my opinion, the Wella, which is on your right, looks a little bit more cooler, and on the left is the Clairol, which looks a little bit warmer. It has more of a reddish tone. Comparing those two colors. Okay, so just giving you a quick look at what was going on here, so you can see what color is being presented before you. I'm just giving you a 360. Hopefully this video helps in your decision of whether or not you want to make a purchase of either one of these hair colors at Sally Beauty Supply. Okay, now we have reached the in my opinion segment of my video. I'm going to answer some questions in order to give you more insight about my opinion, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, so if I were to rank these colors from warmest to coolest, I would start off with Clairol, Wella, then Age Beautiful, and Ion doesn't even count because they didn't even test well. Okay, so my next question is, what is the difference between Clairol and Wella? The answer to that question would be Clairol, in my opinion, has a much warmer result than Wella, as we've seen in the demonstration I've just shown you. Which color do I believe is the most economical? I would definitely say Wella. For the price of $9.99. The ratio is 1 part color to 2 parts developer, so you're definitely getting more bang for your buck or more product for your money. Okay, so in my ranking of the worst scent, I would say Wella followed by Clairol. Both are very potent. However, Wella is definitely the strongest. Okay, so my ranking of best scent would definitely go to Age Beautiful in first place, and in second place, I would definitely say Ion. Okay, so for worst consistency or texture, I would definitely say Ion because it's very difficult to mix and make sure that you have a thorough consistency, because it's like very thick and pasty. But yeah, apparently there's a liquid option, so I would definitely use that, or recommend using that as opposed to the cream. Just my opinion. Okay, so for my last question, of all of these options, which product do I prefer the most? And I would definitely have to say Wella. Okay, so I'm going to say Wella because a couple of reasons. The first one being price. You're getting 1 part color, 2 parts developer, and it's for $9.99, so you're getting more bang for your buck. The formula consistency, I prefer it. It's not too creamy, it's not too liquidy or runny. The shade range, we have lots of different options. I pretty much like that a lot. And familiarity. Okay, I went to beauty school, and this is the first color that I was introduced to, and I feel most confident in it. So that's my reasoning, and you can let me know your reasonings in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.